Start.
Yes, sir.
Okay, who's in charge? Carl?
Carl's in charge.
Okay,
Have somebody-
we're ready, sir.
Be the candidate, probably.
Sandy.
Yep, Andy and the sheriff. It's not time.
Andy's in cuffs, I don't know what's going on.
Oh, well, look at this, it's Hollywood.
Well, that's why it's late. The sheriff was following me down the road.
Yeah.
I couldn't understand that. Sheriff, got a new sheriff, look at that.
Call the meeting to order and stand for the pledge, and we'll have the sheriff lead us in the pledge.
Pledge of allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Like, got us all trained and stuff.
You're getting lots still, some of you still hesitant.
Any public comment today? Hearing none, we'll start on committee reports, and we'll start with Andy again. If you're ready.
I don't have much. I think I probably will later.
Okay,
Nope.
Mr. Renner.
Talked to Andrew Friday, the camera on the front of the animal shelter is still not hooked up. How many months and now we worked on that?
I thought
They said it was good.
I did too, but she said no, he had to go back and get a piece or a part or something and never showed up again, so.
So it broke, or she
No,
reported that
no.
it was good and then it no
Well,
longer
she
worked?
did, she thought it was working, but it's not.
Like,
So-
that's pretty obvious. If it's working or it's not.
I thought it was too, but she said no, something was missing, he had to get a part. Also, the pickup is having some problems. She said she spent $500 last week on some parts. It may be time for a new one, but I don't know if we have anything in the budget or not. Probably next year or two, that too. I asked her about the food for start next year, and she hadn't got anything done on that yet either. So I told her it's about time to start working on it. Well, starting January, we can't get the free food anymore. So we have to come from somewhere else.
I think I know the answer to the question given the past history, but if we're getting 2 new sheriff's vehicles, I assume you're not gonna get
Yeah.
on the grant sometime down the road.
Oh.
I assume you guys don't have anything that would be worth repurposing to the animal shelter.
Yeah, probably not for hauling like it, what
Yeah,
they
haul- she hauls a lot of food every so often.
Yeah, I just, you
It fills
know,
up the front seats and everything else.
Scott's got that nice new minivan. That might work for
The
her.
what?
Yeah.
Just
Corners.
Yeah, setting out the off or the hospital in the garage.
Mine's a corner on one side, animal control on the
That's
other.
right.
Yeah.
Just flip it over.
Yeah.
You do a purpose.
yeah.
Yeah.
99% of the time, it's sitting
I
out
know,
there.
I know. So you just go borrow it when you need it.
Once you do footage.
Yeah.
Take the bodies out of it before you put the stray dogs in, but
Might be full of dog poop once in a while, but hell, who cares? Body's not gonna complain.
People aren't gonna say nothing.
That's right. So that's it. We'll work on it.
You
Somebody
know,
needs, the camera needs to be hooked up. I mean, that's getting ridiculous.
Just, let's tell Jeff.
He said there were parts that were missing and he went back to get it or something, never did show up.
Jeff's trying to keep him from losing a job or something, I don't know, so maybe just tell him to let him.
What happened to the whole process we set up back in our initial rub with this, with the request form and things of that nature and follow-up and all that?
Well, she's filled him out. He just,
Repeatedly?
yeah, he just doesn't do it.
The problem is who watches the
Right,
guy that's in charge.
right.
That's the problem.
Who's in charge of Ross? Nobody?
The board.
yeah, that's the supervision of them's always been a problem.
Right.
He doesn't have anybody directly overlooking him, does he,
No. I'm sorry.
besides us?
Jeff,
I'll call Jeff again. I mean, there is a camera,
He's gotta-
maybe they'd see,
he's
well,
gotta
there's a
get tired
camera,
of
they
hearing
don't know
this.
it's not working, so.
Doesn't he?
Well, they do now, Dan. They do now.
Okay.
And maybe we ought to, if you're gonna do that, go into closed session. You wanna discuss that. Specific employees.
Yeah.
I don't wanna do that.
Okay.
I'm not sure we have anything new to discuss
we're
on
just-
this,
we're
just an
just-
I'm just
ongoing
saying.
Just do what you
issue.
said you're gonna do, tell Jeff,
I'll
and
tell
see if he
Jeff.
gets, let's let it go with that for right now.
Right.
You know roughly how old that truck is?
No, she said about 2006, I think, something like that.
11 years old. Do you know how many miles are on
No,
it?
I have no idea.
You don't know what she did.
It was something about the alignment, she had to put some new tires on and something about one of the
That's normal.
springs broke on one side, a popped over on one side.
I saw it down
Well,
Jelly's
it's not
last
normal.
week.
That's not like,
Put the front doors
Yeah,
on the
that's
other
like
side.
something engine or something going wrong.
She's put a lot of money into it the last couple
Yeah,
of years.
I was gonna say, I think we put some money into it the last,
Right.
Well,
2-3 years ago, we put some money into it.
Well, last year we put some money into
Was it transmission, wasn't it?
transmission, I think.
What's the mileage? Did I miss that?
I don't know what the money is.
Whenever you have your next meeting, you might ask her
July
just,
we do, yeah.
you know,
We'll
ask her
yeah, we'll bring it up again, work on it.
how old it is and how many miles is on it. So that might need to think
It's
plan
not driven that
ahead.
much, but still she's gotta have it.
Right.
Well, unfortunately, I think we probably all owned a truck at some point where it's just not worth owning. Hey, mine's for sale. Does Andrea want to Dodge Dakota extended cab?
I don't think so.
Pretty sweet ride.
We'll work on it.
Okay.
You know, throw in the hat.
I'll throw in the hat.
The dog?
No, you can't have the dog. It came from there to start with.
Okay.
John, do you have anything?
I don't have anything.
I don't have anything.
So me neither.
This is gonna be a short meeting. Nothing.
So they're putting the air conditioner on this morning?
Yeah, I got something.
Okay.
You get my text?
I just got it.
You just now.
Yeah, I stuffed my phone in my pocket and saw your text this morning, so.
They put the new air conditioner up on top of the portico this morning to the courthouse. They brought the crane in, took the old one down, put the new one up. The crane wasn't there that long.
That's a pretty quick process.
Did they sit in North Drive or have to get out in the yard?
They had to get up in the yard.
Did they?
Yep. It rutted a little bit, but not terrible.
No, it's been pretty dry.
Yeah, but it rutted it. So,
They can fix it.
of your office?
yes. Yeah.
Do we have any news on some of the lawsuits that are pending?
No news.
No news, okay.
No news.
Not on the rides either?
No news.
Okay. All right.
Did you get any more information on doors and door costs? We went exploring down in the basement last time after the county board meeting.
Inside door, outside
The
door.
All these-
the airlock discussion we had about the, or was that, were you gonna do that, or was that somebody else? Sorry.
No, that was me.
Augie's in charge of it.
Sorry.
And I told the guy to go back to the drawing board because the board thought that price was high. And he understood. He said, I'll go back, I'll redo it.
Yeah, and we're planning on leaving those inside doors.
And planning on leaving those inside doors because there's
Nothing wrong with it.
really
Right.
nothing
Was
wrong.
there any issue that he saw as far as putting the automatic door openers on those existing inside doors?
Well,
Discussion.
he said it can be done. It's not desirable, but it can be.
Did he go
Just-
any further and not desirable for his pocketbook or?
Well,
is
not
there an
desirable
engineering issue
because
involved with
they
that?
are older doors and the wear and tear on the actual door, not the automatic, but the door opener inside the door, then it won't have as much life as if you buy a newer,
Start out.
stronger door.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
If
said,
it
you're
frames.
probably gonna come back to me in short time anyway, looking for a new door. With that being said, I'm still waiting on a new quote for that project.
You might, if you talk to him, that other door, which side? It's on this
East.
side.
Opposite.
East
Hanging
side,
up,
east side.
it's rotted out too, so
Yep.
you might say, hey, if we got you put that one in, what's the whole deal?
Sure.
Because that one's in bad shape.
Right,
I'll follow up
Yes.
on him today,
okay.
'cause it's,
Well, and I assume we only need automatic openers on one set
On
of
that
basement
one, yes.
doors. And does it really matter which set?
Yeah, it does.
Does it?
You're gonna need them on both the exterior and interior of the main.
But I mean,
Yeah.
that you're talking about on the courthouse.
There was another, yeah, but
the
you
opposite
don't need an
door.
opener on that,
There's-
because that's a step down to get into that door.
Right,
so that's not-
right, that's,
But it's rotted out,
Oh, there's a
and
ridiculous
there's
there,
no
but-
fixing.
Really don't need that door unlocked anywhere. How many people use that door? One
on the east side,
Pardon? East side.
I think quite a few,
Do they?
more than you think. Because I just happen to see them as I look out the window.
Mhm.
Okay.
I don't know why, but
I guess I didn't really realize that.
they
one.
do. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
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 Yeah, just assume that bar
Yeah,
rig was locked.
there's the one opposite of that one.
The
doesn't-
west side,
Right.
that used to be open,
bathroom.
because
For
people from
bathrooms.
the public would come in there to use the restroom, but then there was a lot of issues with the porch and everything, and several years ago, we decided just to lock it.
The one on the south, that used to be a bathroom too. Do you know that?
Mhm.
Of course, you're not old enough to remember that.
Mhm.
You walk
Just
up-
because you were going to the bathroom
Yeah.
doesn't make it a bathroom.
All I remember that is that right there above it
He's
says,
just going into right stuff.
stand
Yeah.
close, the next guy might be barefooted. I've never forgotten that. I walked down there to go to the bathroom on the way to the theater, and it always said right above that urinal, stand close, the next man might be barefooted. And I guarantee you it's still there.
You know, we call that the old man's restroom.
I was a teenager then.
No, it's the
Without shoes on.
old men's restroom, not the old men's.
I had shoes on.
And that's where all my records are stored, by the way, Lud. Maybe that's why there's mold down there.
Sheriff, do you have anything this morning?
No, nothing.
How's Clayton?
I do have something else.
He got home Saturday, so
Oh, good.
he chose to stay a few more days, get some of his rehab done up there, so.
So you're understaffed now, or?
Well, yes, I mean, we're down one now, but of course that's where he was for, the same number we had for 2 years, so. We're making the best of it right now until we know a little more what's happening, so.
Somebody said it'd be out a year, is that correct?
Yeah, that's probably what they figured.
Really?
So, you know, he get disability then, or does he still get his full pay? This,
He gets, yeah, he gets his full pay now.
Okay, good.
Yeah, under that, public, what? You know, there's a law that covers that,
Okay,
he
good.
gets paid and then we've gotta get reimbursed or,
Okay,
yeah.
that's good.
Augie?
We had a department head meeting last week, and of the things we talked about, one was the disposition of all of our junk at the Crackman Building and the courthouse. And after the meeting, the state's attorney and I were talking, and probably the best solution for us to get rid of all of the contents would be to have a sealed bid, rather than just have an auctioneer come and auction off a junk chair and a junk table and a junk whatever it is. And furthermore, talking with Jeff Boyd, he thought we could do in 2 lots. Lot 1 would be up in the building, office furniture, all that contents, and then lot 2 would be everything that's back in the storage area. So he asked me to bring that up and let you know what you guys think of that.
What is the advantage of a sealed bid versus an auction from the county standpoint? I mean, I know he likes them better for some reason, and I just don't understand
I
what
don't know
the
what his-
legal
I don't-
reasoning is.
Well, I don't know that there's a legal reasoning. I don't know what he's thinking. I personally think it's the best way to go. You
It's
just,
quick and easy.
it's quick and
Yeah.
it's easy. Between Bob and myself, we'll show people. You look around and you put it in a bid form, very simple,
And they gotta move
and do what?
it. They have to move it.
And then they have to move it.
Right.
And then if it's not out by a certain date, after they've purchased it, we'll be more than happy to help them move it out. If you know what I mean.
At least 2 months, roughly.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna take, by the time we advertise, and 30 days and all that kind of stuff, probably you're talking 60 days minimum to get it all done.
I've got an ad ready to go. Of course, it would go in Friday's paper, or Saturday's paper, but we can get it up on the internet pretty quick. And I'm figuring if we ran that, the month of July, that would give, I would think that would give everybody, the public, an opportunity to see that. And then with a bid opening on July the, please don't quote me, but I think it was the 29, whatever our next, that's our last study session in July.
24th.
24th. I had the bids coming in on, due on that Friday, and then the following Monday, we'll open them up, the study session. And then that would give the, own purchasers a month, roughly, to get their junk out of there, get the contents out of there.
I'm not doing a very good job selling this, though.
How would you do, let them come in and see it? Do you have a certain day or 2 days to
Just-
come in? Or-
I can't imagine we're gonna be swamped with
No, I can't either.
requests, but like I said, between Bob and myself,
Okay, they'd call you and you go let them in?
they just contact us and we'll just go let them in.
I mean, I haven't been back in the back
We were
lately,
back there.
but somehow we're gonna have to, like, the stuff we're gonna keep, you know, all the records on one side and all the stuff that's gonna be up for bid on the other side, so there won't be any confusion.
Right, right.
So it's a matter of, you know, Bob
Other
or,
rooms are completely
might have to get someone besides Bob to help him
The
move, you know, the records to one side and all the equipment.
And kind of piggybacking on that, so one would assume that any furniture or, you know, anything like that in that building currently isn't being used, and there's not a need to be used. But thinking about this move and records and things of that nature, potentially some of that shelving would be needed as we move it. So I guess that's something else we need to figure out, is earmark certain pieces that maybe we may be keeping for our own needs, specifically, as I said, the
Right.
shelving in that one room.
You also have to address the issue of security of some of those documents if you're gonna have people wandering around
They
in there.
definitely need to be escorted, and then,
Yeah,
Well,
there's-
I think, let me tell you what's going on now. We, meaning my office, we have made a tremendous effort at getting our stuff out. And we have a huge shred pile, and that we already have permission from the state to dispose of. Just old stuff. They're just like deposit slips or, you know, just junk.
paper crap,
Paper crap.
yeah.
And then we also we've moved out of the room to another room, lock and key, a whole mess, a whole bunch of records that we're going to get permission to destroy. So
This is stuff down in the courthouse.
this is stuff down in the courthouse in the old men's restroom. And so we're getting that cleared out, and so we can house whatever shelves we need in the basement until we can, you know, actually utilize them. Or we can tag them out there, however we need to do it, we can do that.
I'd assume your like main like hub during elections, we have a few months where we could use that as an overflow, as long as we're hard on
Absolutely.
people. You need to get your stuff
Absolutely.
out date X, right?
Yes, and I've made that available. And so it's kind of a work in progress, you know, we're destroying, we're shifting, we can house whatever we need to. The main contents are probation, probation, state's attorney, treasurer.
How are they coming on any cleanup, or do you have any idea?
That, I'm not for sure. Honestly, I'm pretty sure that they've not gone to the extent that we have. We spent 2 full days.
Those 3 offices, are all those documents in the same room in Crackman? Or,
In the back.
No, some are, they're in different rooms. Some are up in the office part, some are back in the storage room.
that's all Mark's stuff in that long room with all the shelving, there's about 100 boxes in there of files. That's Mark's, that's strictly state's attorney.
Up in the main office where like,
The main
it
building.
used to be the
carpeted,
library where all
right,
the shelves
wall,
are.
yeah.
Now, I think there's some probation.
There's probation too.
Yeah.
So-
And so it's just, treasurer that has boxes somewhere else?
I think
Are
it's
they
just,
just in a corner somewhere? Like I feel like I
Yeah,
go through
they're
that
kind
building.
of back in that back there. I
They're in
saw
the back.
In the shed part of the
Yeah.
shed,
building.
if you wanna call that, I call it the garage, but,
I like your name as well, yeah.
and then Bob informed us that upstairs at the courthouse, there's some room up there to store things.
Mhm.
And so I think Mark liked that idea best. As far as, instead of taking it and putting it downstairs in one of my offices.
In the courthouse, we keep talking about the roof leaking.
It's like the observatory for courtroom.
Yeah,
No, I know, I'm just being a smart aleck.
no, but that's not, that's,
I don't
he
wanna put a
he
lot.
I know.
catches a lot of that up in the attic.
Yeah,
And
no, I
there's
know,
another floor
I know.
up, like where the galley used to sit,
The roof's not great,
so,
some stuff is, and I don't want a ton of weight up there.
Maybe the building committee in the next week or two needs to get together, and, because we're gonna have to see how much stuff we're dealing with, because, you know,
Right.
Aaron has offered some places out here, so,
Yeah, like, I don't know how often Don needs to access his. I mean, we basically need to meet with Don, Monty, and Mark and see, you know, what ease of access they need, because I feel like out here is like once a year you gotta dig something out, you
If
know,
that.
on a rare, yeah. Because otherwise, it just doesn't, I mean, for Mark's office, it sounds like they reference those pretty
Right.
frequently. So we gotta find a better spot for them. So Andy's saying he doesn't think that that spot in the observatory, or whatever you wanna call it, may be the best fit for those
I don't
documents.
wanna put a bunch up there.
That came up on the elevator, what happens if it breaks?
Don't talk
Oh,
about that. I'm waiting on,
Till the next-
I'm waiting on people to get
well,
back.
I think, you know, we wanted to get started, you know,
Yeah.
because job started is half done. And we wanna keep moving. We've got a shredder truck that's gonna come in a week or so. If we wanna get the building, and again, our unofficial target date was the end of August. And if we wanna keep that, then we're gonna need to move pretty quickly on deciding if we're gonna do a sealed bid, just, you can have this garage, all this stuff, except this corner, we can cordon it off. And we're just gonna have to keep, we're gonna have to do it.
but
If you're okay showing it, I say we get moving and get the sealed bids going and
you gotta
keep
get
biting the
stuff,
other
you gotta
departments.
get
Organized, we gotta get it
stuff
organized,
separated before you even
Right.
think about that.
absolutely.
Can you sell those gambling machines?
Yeah, there's
You
some
can't
slot
sell 'em?
machines, slot machines.
They're saying, Dave, we gotta go through all the crap and get them released, and, cause they're still considered evidence.
Is that about the only thing in there that's considered evidence? There's some other stuff in there.
Yeah, but I think that's the only stuff that's,
So we're gonna have to move that some.
When you put the slot machines in jail cells to pay for the new jail.
Yeah, we do that.
Yeah.
I like
But
that.
I can't win.
I like the way your mind works, John.
What about having a work morning and people that aren't doing much can come and help you
What are you
do
looking at me
something?
for? Shut this thing in
Set
your
up
head.
a morning where we could all come and help, if you need help.
It certainly is an option.
Yeah.
Somehow I knew this was gonna come to physical labor.
You can bring your cats. We'll put little
They'll
leashes
take
on,
care
they
of the
drag
mice,
stuff
there's
out
a
of
bunch
there.
of mice back there,
Oh, I
took my
don't doubt
14 cats and 10 moose back there.
Might be a raccoon or two.
That might be an option, just give us a morning sometime and whoever shows up can help.
So what we need to do is double our effort with the offices involved as far as relocating their records. Get them out of there.
what's that?
Then we need to not clean, we need to rearrange the garage as to what is available and what is not available to the public. Hopefully then we can have our sealed bids, get the stuff out of the building.
Now, I really like Dan's idea of just setting a morning and anybody that can be there, and, you know, we were talking about the building committee, but that gives everybody at least a chance to look at it and see what we've got and,
You almost have to have mandatory attendance by some, because otherwise we're just kind of moving around without any clue as to what.
Yeah, I think you, and I appreciate that, I think you need to
How
have,
about prisoners? How many you got?
hey, here's the problem you're gonna run into is a special, you don't wanna violate the open meetings
Right, I
Act.
know it's gotta be a special meeting.
You'd have to call a special
Somebody
meeting.
volunteer to stay home, is that what you're looking for?
I'm gonna make the volunteer.
Can you, Andy and John, later this week, are you available for a meeting
Yeah.
some morning?
I am.
You kidding? They don't have anything to do with it.
Yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
No,
Sunday.
Two farmers and.
There'll be a special meeting.
no, it doesn't have, but we've got, you can't have it Wednesday because of the time frame. You gotta have 48 hours notice to have a meeting,
Right.
unless we have it after
Wednesday afternoon,
Wednesday afternoon.
That'll work.
1 o'clock Wednesday,
Okay.
12 o'clock, you tell me.
Later would be better for me,
Okay.
but, you know, 3
Later.
or 4.
3 or 4, and that's fine with me too, I mean.
If
it's
that
like,
works for everybody, I mean,
We're gonna kinda, we need to have the state's attorney, probation, and treasurer,
Sheriff?
sheriff there to, and we'll have it at the Crickman building.
Right.
Let's have it at the Crickman building, and if we have to walk out there, then we can
We
go.
will, okay.
Yeah.
So, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, I don't know what those guys' workday looks like.
Right.
either's fine with me if you want to double check with them, or if you just wanna,
It might be
Pick a
easier for
time.
them at 4 after they get,
Yeah.
after their office closes.
yeah, that way, you know, court would be
I'll
over
let you
and
know.
Bus it.
Let us know.
All the time. I gotta go Thursday place.
You gotta play golf Wednesday, right?
Work like a dog.
Wednesday afternoon, afternoon, evening. Talk with them and then kinda get a plan.
you can do it the
It's gonna be
28th.
3 or 4 o'clock or something like that on Wednesday.
Yes.
Something- Shoot for that, and you'll let us know all you what time to be
Yes.
there.
I
You have
will.
to have people
Just shoot
sign for
me
the
a
meeting.
text.
won't
Huh?
You You have to have people sign for the meeting, won't you?
No, it's not a special meeting, this is
Okay.
just a committee
Committee
meeting.
Okay.
Building committee,
Okay.
building and grounds, but yes.
So we have to move those gambling machines and put them somewhere.
Yeah, but they moved them up to my garage.
Okay, you got it, all
Well, I guess we could use the
If
space
you
that
don't want
Aaron
to
gave
put
us in the
gambling
back.
joint here,
Well, I
You
thought
got
that
space
we
for it?
set it up like the old boat booths used to be, and they come in there.
Just don't have anybody win. That's what we do.
Well,
that's fair to
that's
me.
it.
That's all I have, Carl.
Or just run into the jail and we'll,
Yep.
Does anybody else have anything?
So just one more thing about the building. So once this closed bid process goes through, anything that's left behind, I mean, I guess people are responsible for, some of that stuff is obviously undesirable. So are we gonna have them take everything and then that's their problem, or are we gonna have a dumpster set up for the
They take
Regs?
everything. They're,
I'll tell
They-
you what's gonna happen, they're gonna take what they want, they're gonna leave the rest.
And you know what, that's okay, cause
And the
we'll have a
hospital have it?
dumpster,
Okay.
and what, cause it's not our property anymore, it's theirs, but we still own the building. But they bought the contents, and if they don't have it cleared out in the day they're supposed to, it will be disposed of.
another work day.
Sorry, we can't fool around with stuff
Right,
like
and
that.
that's, and just make sure we let them know that,
Absolutely,
to say, hey,
If
you know,
your
as of this
contents are-
date, we're gonna dispose of everything
That's
that's
right.
left in the building.
that's right.
Would it be possible to get the county to mow that yard out on East and Wood Street for the house that has a tree on top? I mean, the weeds are that tall, you can't touch it.
I don't know that you.
You're gonna open up a can of
Yeah, I
worms.
don't know about
Right.
that.
I was gonna take my mower, but it
Well,
would
you-
go through.
But
You can go mow it if you want.
Yeah, well,
You can't get through that,
no,
Dan.
not with my mower.
No.
Well,
Just
Dan,
take you 4 or
you're gonna
5
have to have a
times,
big-
I've done it, Dan.
Yeah,
Okay.
You gotta have an industrial sized mower to do that.
Yeah.
That other corner looks
this looks
really
like
good.
crap.
I got old
Yeah,
handsaw you
looks
can use.
Well, I used to
doing
walk
that.
through there, I
I'm
used
not
to do
doing
that.
that
Get to the
anymore.
back?
Got a machete in the truck.
No, I just thought I'd ask, it looks like crap. Absolutely.
The other
corner looks great.
Looks great, yeah.
Nothing.
anyone else have anything? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
So move.
Second? And all those in favor,
Well, I
aye?
tell you guys wanna get out of here.
Aye.
Opposed, nay? We're adjourned.
Next time.